It's very rare. It's really rare. And we do it as a community to people with high risk. We're blocking. Okay, so what ideally happens, you notice we have dug something down there, and we have put some in the morning, in the evening, or when you are visiting. So we must also teach you how to make it.
Sasa kama hii kumaliza hii na kuachia nyungu na kuachia zote hizi. Hii nyungu utaambiwa na mzee. Hata kama si hapana iko narudi tu hapa. Nakishaka moto, naweka nyungu. Sasa mimi nataka kufanya kwanza.
And then he will add
sasa the herbs. Yes. Kupiga ama kuitwanga. Sasa tutaweka kile ambacho ni cha muhimu. Herbs ambazo ni healing herbs. Na ndio sasa tunataka kuweka tu kiasi kidogo tu. Another final round, sir.
So if they fall down, then you
what?
Thank you for the instructions.
Now I've seen, I've tasted, now you taste.
You get a book.
Daktari mwenye supa amekubali mkuyu. Kwa hivyo As you take your this dentary is a very important with the circumcised eagle. Or is it castrated? Like you saw the Lupa later when you were visited by our friends. But it may not be very good for you. So we also have the difference that is specifically not eaten by men. So men will not eat it. That will leave for men. And we have told her. So if it goes missing, you will be in trouble. And remember, we shall have gone back to Muraki. The head has already been there. From there, like your brother visits you, and tomorrow you would say you can break the head together. Yeah. This is an Kikuyu okay.
Nani? Yawa.
Kama una ya pesa ya kumoto kuna mahitaji utaka hapa inataka nini kuna kitu na makuja hichi sheria umecheza kwa sasa ukianguka chini na chakula ya wapi Supply.
Hii sasa utakula hiyo. Kwani daktari wanajua Kikuyu?
Oh, you want to join? Normally we don't work. The members of the fourth estate, if you are ready, we want to do a small gig. They will leave you the house so that and the soup will be warmed separately, and when you are ready to take, these are ground house. Just a spoon. Just a spoon. Yeah. Yes. Huh? This is, she can actually stand here. Incidentally, whatever you're going through in your body, occasionally you can have
Yes. Kuisha kila hivyo.
the mama yes, you walk it.
Ile maana tu. Yes, kichwa kila kitu.
And of course, a lot of it is active.
Mimi ni mtu mzee.
Good. So that would be good for you. Now, every time there was the Kikuyu was
Nini? Uliona? Nipa. Yako. Hujui? Haya.
You can take a seat.
Regelea tu kwa viti.
Today from Muranga. These are Muranga elders led by my old friend Joe Kibe. And you can see also one of our very old friends here, SK Macharia of the Royal Media. They've come on behalf of a bigger group, some of whom were not able to make it here for different reasons. But the reason why they asked to come and see me was basically to visit me after my operations recently. They are concerned about my health, and they saying that it's traditional among the Kikuyu that when somebody has gone through this, he is given some kind of medication, which is traditional. So they brought me a traditional medication. They came here with a fairly large, big he-goat and a dopa, which they slaughtered here. They also came with some herbs around which they have cooked here, and they've prepared the soup that you saw us partake of here, and then they also roasted that meat which you have all eaten together. I want to say that I feel now much better after this concoction that they brought here. The traditional medicine seems to work much faster than these other manufactured medicines. I'm sure it is also an antidote against COVID. But so you're welcome here. Also my family, my brother, my wife, and my other friends are all here, my relatives. So we really want to welcome them here. We have a historical relationship and friendship with that part of the world where they come from. As you know, These people are from Murang'a, and they say that Murang'a is the cradle of the Kikuyu. But then they're part of the bigger Kikuyu community with whom we share a lot in common in terms of struggle for independence and also struggle for democratization of our country. They all are aware of what we've been through. Joe Kibe here has been very much involved in these matters. We were used to be with him and Charles Rubia and late Kenneth Matiba. Some people may not now remember. I know that a number of these people, including the paparazzis who are here, were not there at that time. When in 1990, we say that Kenyans are ready for multi-party democracy. And there are those who are saying that the country was not cohesive enough to be multi-party, that it would take another 100 years before Kenya was ready for multi-partyism. And the other people are saying this is the year for multi-partyism. And then we said, if you are saying Kenya is not ready, we want to go to Kamkunji to ask Kenyans if they are ready or not. And we mentioned the date of 7th of July, 1960. So 1990. And that was myself there with Rubia and Matiba. And as we were organizing to go to Kamkunji, we were all arrested together with our lawyers, John Hamenwa, Toby Manyara, Paul Mwite. Quite a number were arrested at that time. This is actually what caused Matiba's problem, and also Charles Rubia. Rubia suffered in detention, and when he was released, he lost almost his vocal cords. Then Matiba himself had a stroke in prison, and that completely destroyed his life throughout. So what I'm trying to say is that the struggle for democratization, which many people take for granted, was not easy. But many Kenyans united together, and that is what then created the movement, which then ended up in repeal of Section 2A and allowing for formation of other political parties. People usually tend to mix issues here. There is 7th of July, 1990. Then there is October, which date was that? I think it's 16th of October, 1991. That was a second movement after the original Sabasaba. So people usually mix those two events. But they are both very critical events and landmarks in the struggle for democratization of our country. And people paid very heavily for this. So, but again, the people of Murang'a also, as you know, are many in Nairobi. They do business in Nairobi. The first African mayor of the city of Nairobi was Charles Rubia, the first African to take over from Mzungu, from Murang'a. Then there are very many others, people like Kirima, came from Murang'a, quite a number. And they have a lot of friends from Murang'a in Nairobi generally. And I like Murang'a. Recently we were in Nyandarua. Yesterday, my other colleagues were in Nyeri. The other time we welcomed the Council of Elders here at Kajaramogi, and again we are going to be going there to meet with the people. This is basically trying to create some kind of understanding and interaction between people of different parts of our country. We have done this also with people from Western province, and also people from Turkana, people from West Pokot, people from Kisii, and so on and so forth. This is really what BBI is all about, trying to create understanding among our people. It's not enough to say you have reconciled without bringing the people together. Two people can just go there and shake hands, but that does not unite the people. You have to facilitate integration, connections, and communication between the different parts of our country as we move forward. So as we get now into the BBI year, we are going to be doing more and more this going forward. And we hope that Kenyans are going to embrace the spirit of BBI. There's a letter and the spirit of BBI. The spirit is unity, bringing the people together, unity in our diversity as a people, to create one people, one nation. That is when we can be able to realize the aspirations and the dreams of our forefathers.